with Necronomicon, and we're going to make a first attempt at streaming the closed beta for Gloom. Gloom is a card game from Atlas Games, if you're not familiar with it. I'll give you a little background on the game. The world of Gloom is a sad and benighted place. The sky is gray, the tea is cold, and a new tragedy lies around every corner. Debt, disease, heartache, and packs of rabid, flesh-eating mice. Just when it seems like things can't get any worse, they do. But some say that one's reward in the afterlife is based on the misery endured in life. If so, there may yet be hope, if not in this world, then in the peace that lies beyond. In the Gloom card game, you assume control of the fate of an eccentric family of misfits and misanthropes. The goal of the game is sad but simple. You want your characters to suffer the greatest tragedies possible before passing on to the well-deserved respite of death. You'll play horrible mishaps like pursued by poodles or mauled by a manatee on your own characters to lower their self-worth scores, while trying to cheer your opponent's characters with marriage and other happy occasions that pile on positive points. The player with the lowest total family value wins. So the card game itself is a lot of fun. I'd highly recommend it if you haven't played it. Skyship Studios partnered with Asmodee and Atlas Games, and they put this app on Kickstarter. I participated, and I was lucky enough to get in the closed beta, obviously. So we're going to play this. I'm going to go ahead and play against the computer. It does have online play, but of course there's not a lot of people playing it yet since it's not released. So here we go with the first round of Gloom. We're going to play a solo match. We're just going to play 2 players. I'm going to play against one of the bots. So the families that we have Dark's Den of Deformity, we can choose from. We have the Les Artistes, the Slogars, the Blackwater Clan, the Wellington Smythes. So I think we are going to play as the Blackwater Clan. So let's do that. And it looks like our opponent has picked their team. Alright, so each round you get 5 cards, and you can play 2 actions. There are death cards, and the death cards can only be played as your first action. So let's go through who the characters are. So on the opposite team, they have Darius Dark, the Sinister Ringmaster. And some of the best parts about these cards is the flavor text. The carnival is in Dark's blood, and there's quite a lot of blood in his carnival. He has Mr. Giggles, the creepy clown. Mr. Giggles always has a smile for the children. We have Alessandra Deville, the illustrated lady. Sadly, Alessandra's modesty prevents her from sharing her remarkable tattoos with the world. They have Samson O'Toole, the bearded man. While the bearded ladies are always popular, few people seem interested in Samson's remarkable deformity. We have Thumbelisa, the diminutive diva. Darius Dark would have been wiser to promote Thumbelisa's minute size instead of her mediocre operatic talents. And then they have their residents, Dark's Den of Deformity, Sinister Sideshow. It's only the greatest show if you have no alternatives. In my team, I have Cousin Mordecai, the red-headed stepchild. Inbreeding is the least of his worries. We have the old dame, murderous matriarch. She rules the Blackwater clan with an iron fist, and, when necessary, with blackmail, poison, and a knife in the dark. We have Angel, the starry-eyed serial killer. Angel's always had a hankering to go to the big city and kill someone. And we have Wilhelm Stark, disturbing handyman. Wilhelm has worked with the old dame for decades, and that time he's handled all sorts of jobs and relatives. And Balthazar, the unfaithful hound. Balthazar knows where all the bones are buried. And my residence is the Backwater Watch, the foreboding farm. Home is where the heart is buried beneath the floorboards. Alright, so my first cards I have to choose from. Alright, so we have was delighted by ducklings. Immediate, draw 1 card for each duck icon in play. This gives positive points, so this is the card you'd want to play on your opponent. So I'm going to go ahead and play that one over here on Darius Dark.
Here it is, the greatest duck on earth.
And I'm going to have to turn the voices up a little bit. Sorry about that. I thought we had the voices higher. Alright, the other cards that I have, let's see, this one is was shunned by society. This is a nice one. It gives you negative 45, but it also causes you to immediately discard your entire hand and skip your draw phase this turn. So it's a lot of points, but not always the card you want to play unless you are good with skipping your next turn and not getting any cards. This is one of our death cards, was slain by an heir. We can't play that one yet. These blue cards can only be played on the residences. And the menacing menagerie is a continuous, and it's worth a additional -5 for each character with the beast icon. So the beast icon looks like a little bat. So if you have a card on your character that has that, then it gives you an additional minus to your self-worth. And then we also have was detained by detectives, which is a -20, and you must discard any untimely death cards you have in your hand. So I'm going to go ahead and play that on Balthazar, which will cause me to discard my immediate death card, and that will end my turn. And over here you can see that, the countdown, how many points you currently have, which right now we're at 0, and then it'll tell you if you're on how many turns you have left. It'll count down from 2 to 1 to the skull. Alright, so he's now playing He had a horrible holiday, and he has to discard his entire hand and skip his draw phase. So now he's going to get rid of all his cards, and it goes back to me. Sometimes it's a wise choice, and sometimes not. So we'll find out. Alright, so now Balthazar is already at a -20. That's a pretty good number. I'm going to go ahead and kill him. He was detained by detectives, and now he was stirred into the stew. And that now gives me a -20. Alright, so I have one more card to play this time. Let's see, I can throw that on his characters. This I can put on his residence. Let's see, and the Hidden Hoard. That gives him an extra card on his draw, but also gives him a 10 modifier, a positive modifier, which is not something he wants. If I do that, that'll give me the negative. But you know what? We're gonna affect him. We're gonna give him the positive 10. All right. So now it's gonna go back over to Glenbot's turn, and we'll see. And we draw back up to 5 cards. That red card that just came up was an event card, so we'll read that one on our next turn. Alright, so he's not actually going to get a turn this time, so he's now just drawing back up to 5 because he had no cards. And it'll come back over to me. And of course, as this is the closed beta, sometimes the game does crash, and sometimes it doesn't do the effects on the card that it's supposed to. Sometimes the card will say, if you have a goblet, any cards with a goblet in play, that, something happens, and it doesn't always play it. But it's, again, they're working on it. So here we go. We have Imaginary Friend. This is an event card that you can play. Immediate, choose one living character from a family of your choice and remove it from the game. This removes the card from the game. So I can say, all right, you know what? I don't like the fact that Darius over there has that -40 with the positive 10, so -30. So we're going to remove him. He's now out of the game. He doesn't get points for that any longer. It's kind of a dick move, but hey, I'm good with that. Alright, so now my next move, let's see what we're going to do. We can do the Had a Picnic in the Park and give a positive 15 and allow him to draw 2 cards. It says a jug of wine, a loaf of bread, and a pack of wolves in the woods. Sounds like a fun picnic. There's Found Love on the Lake, which is a positive 15 card and increases the draw limit. Let's see, Shunned by Society, that's the one we had earlier that will allow me to skip my turn and lose all of my cards. Or we can play this one to give us the -5. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give us the -5 because right now I'm not really worried about the opponent. He doesn't have any negatives, so he can't really do anything to me. Alright, so we're going to draw back up to 5 here. Now let's see what Glenbot's going to do here. Oh, he's going to play on Angel. He's playing with Comforted by Coco with a positive 25. No player can take cards from your hand for any reason. And I'll pop that up and read the flavor text in a moment. He's playing a -15 on his. He has to discard 1 card for each of the money icons in play. It's the little ones that you have to watch out for. Or it's the little ones you have to watch out. I don't know all these cards by viewing them yet, so. Let's see what he played on us. Nothing beats a warm fire, a cup of cocoa, and knowing that all your enemies are dead. Ah, so sweet. Alright, let's see what cards we have for this round. We have Was Perturbed by the Pudding for a -10. Shark-infested custard is an acquired taste. We have Pandered to Pugs, another -10. Let's see, we still have, I had the picnic, we already had that one. Found Love in the Lake. Alright, so this was the new one here. We're gonna play this one on Angel and wipe out that 25.
Mama, did you put Mordecai in the stew?
I have to turn those voices up a little bit more still. Still kind of hard to hear her. Sometimes the voice actors parts are the best part. And then we're going to give... we're going to come over here and wipe that one out, and we're going to do the picnic in the park. So
Wonderful,
they're going to have to discard a card for that.
Smaller portions.
Oh, so actually that's when they get to draw 2 cards. I was reading the card below. Alright, so now they drew 2 cards. And that was the end of mine, so I draw back up to 5. Pardon any stuttering or stumbling over my words.
This is all your fault.
Alright, so Thumbelisa's back to a -30. You can't play any untimely death cards. Well, that doesn't help them. They can't kill any of their characters. Mr. Giggles was menaced by mice. Perhaps the elephants know something we don't. Okay, now it's my turn. Let's see the new card that we got. We got Found Fame at a Feast for a +10. Another draw 2 cards. It's easy to be the life of the party when the other guests keep dying. Murdered by a Magistrate for a -25. Immediate. All players, including you, must discard any event cards in their hands. Well, I don't have any event cards, so that sounds like a good card to play. So we're going to play that over here on the old dam. And see how that works out.
This is Mordecai's fault. Where is that boy?
Alright. Doesn't look like they had any event cards because they didn't discard any. And now we're going to give them a positive over here on top of Thumbelisa.
Wonderful, but I need smaller portions.
Alright. Now let's see what happens. Wondering, y'all. Alright, we drew up to our 5 cards, and now we're back over to Glenbot. We've made it quite a few rounds without killing anybody off yet. Oh! As I speak, they kill Angel off with just a -10. Okay.
That's not so bad.
Alright. Let's see, what do we got going on here now? Alright, so Samson had to discard 3 cards, and now we're back to my turn. Okay, let's see, we have was praised in the papers for a +20, and it increases your draw limit by 1. If your residence has a mystery, which theirs does, it's increased by 2 cards. Don't forget to blame the little people. So if I play this on them, they will draw up to an additional 2 cards each time, so they get to draw to 7. Here's one for residence, and the Morbid Museum. So if he had a negative on his residence, I would want to play this one over him, because then, or I can play it on myself, so I get an additional 5 for the mystery below it. So we'll get that one. See how that works out. I haven't played that card before. Okay. And I really need to get me some death cards, so you know what? I'm going to go ahead and play this one and skip a turn. Lose the cards that I have, and see if we can get a death card. So I can start killing some of my characters off. Alright, what's Glenbot going to do? Alright. We've got a was torn limb from limb. So he killed him off for -30. Yep. So let's see, I'm at -35, and let's see where he's going to wind up.
This is all your fault.
Alright, Thumbelisa was pestered by poltergeists and has to give 2 cards to me, so that's handy. And that gives me some death cards that I need for when it's my turn again. So right now I'm winning -35 to -20, but we'll see. The game is over when one side has killed all of their characters off. So, and you only get points for the characters that are dead, that have the actual untimely death cards on them. Alright, so let's see, we've got fell from on high, worth an additional 10 with the marriage or the money icon, and was eaten by bears, worth an additional 10 with the beast icon. So let's see what we've got here. She has the dagger, and he doesn't have an icon, but that's okay. I still want to kill him off anyway. So we're going to kill him.
Oh dear.
So that takes me to a -80, so that's handy. Now the reason he's -20 is because he's got the 10 positive here and the -30. Alright, so I can't do anything else, so I'm going to go ahead and skip my action. Yes, I want to skip my action. And we'll draw back up to 5. And let's see what happens next. So I've got 2 more characters I have to kill off, and he's got 3. Okay, what's he doing to me here? Let's see, was wondrously well wed. Alright, so that puts me at a +10. And I get to draw 2 cards. Okay. Alrighty. Where are we going next?
I'm keeping it.
And then he puts us at a +35. Ouch. But we get to draw 2 more cards. And then it's going to be our turn again. Alrighty. Let's look through these cards and see what we've got here. We have was mingled by mimes for, oh wow, -40. Discard your entire hand and skip your draw phase. -15. Sometimes having too many points can be a dangerous thing. Let's see which that one was pierced by porcupines. Was popular in Parliament. These cards are all alliterative in case you didn't catch on to that. Immediate, draw 2 cards. Luckily the voters are morons. Was written out of the will for -20. Skip your draw phase. Where there's a will, there's a way to get cheated out of your share. Was clever at cards for +15. Immediate, draw 1 card. Aces and 8s again. Crippled by creditors. Well, who in today's world hasn't been? -20. The player to your right may randomly select and keep 2 cards from your hand. Let's see. +10 was charmed by the circus. Who doesn't enjoy watching a motley assortment of freakish folk cavort and caper about? And was plagued by the pox for -30. Continuous. Your draw limit is decreased by 1. You picked up the pox from a fox in a box. And then we have our death card. Now I don't have anybody currently alive with negative, so I can't kill. And so we're going to see what we can do about, if I do that, let's go ahead and take him down.
Well, dang.
So now Mordecai was plagued by the fox. And I need to get him some positive points over there. Let's see. So he's got -20 and -15. Let's see what we can do here. Let's bring Mr. Giggles up to a +15. With his creepy little giggle. Alright. Here we go. Let's see what he's going to do to us. And 25.
Kid in the world.
Increased our draw limit. Enjoy your 15 minutes of fame. Next stop, a lifetime of dull misery. Was the toast of the town. Mr. Giggles was tried for treason. He's got to discard his entire hand and skip his draw phase. Next time, try harder. Okay. That kind of works for me. I'm alright with him not having a turn. Let's see, what do we got? Don't want to discard my hand and skip my draw phase right now. So we're going to do that one. Bring him back down.
You can't blame a bear for being hungry.
I guess that's true. You can't blame a bear for being hungry. Let's see. And no, I don't want to give him 2 of my cards. We're gonna go and let's skip our draw phase this time. Okay with that. Brings her down to 0.
Someone will pay for this.
So, alright. So I don't get a draw phase. It goes to his turn. He has no cards, so he doesn't get to go anything. So it skips to his draw phase and then comes back to me. I think we're getting close to the end here. I just got to keep him from killing off his characters and suddenly gaining a bunch of points. Alright, so back to me. So I think we're gonna kill Mordecai off. That's Cousin Mordecai, right? Yeah, Cousin Mordecai. So let's kill Cousin Mordecai. So that's gonna give me a negative 100. I'll take it. Okay, and let's see, positive 15 or positive 10. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go there.
I deserve more than this.
Oh, and Mordecai had the beast icon. You see the little bat there, so I got an additional 10, so that's why I went from 100 to 110. So, not bad. I think I might have a chance here. You'll see that sometimes the cards pop-ups come up and kind of stick around a little longer. And there we go. Alright, Thumbelina. Oh! Alright, well, negative 40. I'm definitely going to have to do something about her. Okay, we're gonna come up here and make her only a negative 10.
I don't work with animals.
She doesn't work with animals. Okay. I think... Nope. Nope. I think we're gonna have to go with this one. Alright.
Baltazar, get in here.
And Funbot cannot end the game yet because he's still got to get this guy, this gal, the tattooed bearded lady. Oh, and
About time.
wow. Eventually, I'm going to get her down negative and kill her off. Maybe, maybe not.
This is all your fault.
Again, if anybody's tuning in, this is Gloom. It's a card game from Atlas Games, which I love to play. It's fun when you're playing it with people. You get to make up stories about how your person was pierced by porcupines. You get to be storytelling. It doesn't really work so well in the game this way, but it's still a real fun game. So this was a Kickstarter that I participated in, and it's in closed beta now. So just wanted to try it out here. It does have online play, but there's not a whole lot of people, so when I get done with this round, I'll pop into the lobby and see if anybody's out there to try and play. Oh, he killed Thumbelisa off. Oh, he's only 5 points below me. This could be tricky here. He keeps adding on the cards. Oh, wow, that's hurting. 40 positive. Let's see. An unpleasant surprise. Choose one living character, discard its top modifier card. Well, that one doesn't have any. I could discard that top modifier card. I don't remember what that one did, but let's go ahead and... Oh, I have to discard a card. Okay, well, I'll discard that one. I missed that part. Thought it was my turn again. Gotta pay attention. Alright, so now it's my turn. Now let's see what we've got. We're going to discard that top modifier card.
It's about time.
That helps a little bit. And then we're going to play that. Well, I guess it wouldn't have mattered, so we'll draw limit decrease by 1. That's okay. I can deal with that.
It beats a bunion.
At least that takes me back down to negative momentarily. Alrighty. I just got to get the old dam killed off and hold on to my lead. Oh! Oh! He snuck in and took the lead. That hurts. I gotta keep him from getting any death cards. Untimely death cards. Was disgraced at a dance. Glass shoes. Good thinking. Oh, and he got an untimely death card, which means I am toast if I can't do something here. Ooh, well, actually, I'm at negative, so what do I got here for the death cards? Maybe played on a character with a positive self-worth. Of course, I already have that -5. If that character has a death icon, I don't have the death icon anyway. Worth an addition with a death icon. Oh, I do have the death icon on her, so we're going to do disappeared in the fog. Worth an additional -10 with the death icon. And when you're out on the bog, watch out for the fog. Oh, but it. Wait. Do I still get the? If I get the -10 on top of that. Wait. I did it by 5 points. Now that was a close game. Whew. Ah. So, Gamer Chick beat Glenbot 130 to 125. Yay for Blackwater Watch. Alright, well, let's go hop into the lobby and just see if anybody is in there playing. Alright. So, we come over and I'm not seeing any other players. So, they did last Thursday. The developers actually were in and playing with people. I was not around to play, unfortunately. So, looking forward to getting a chance to do that sometime. So that's one full game. You can actually go in and you can play up to 4 players live with people, or in this case with the bots, and in which case you pick which player you want to play against. So it's definitely a longer game, so maybe we'll try that next time. So, but I wanted to say thanks to anybody who tunes in and watches this. I'm glad to have you here. Click follow so that you'll get notified when we post any videos. We're going to do a variety of videos, box openings. I've got a loot crate coming in about a week, possibly magic card box openings, and then at our convention Necronomicon in October, we're going to stream some live events, the Masquerade, and other possible fun events. So we're going to do a variety of things here and there. I'm going to try to stream more often, including possibly once we get everything set up, do some VR with Beat Saber, which is a fun game. So again, follow us and you'll know when we're streaming, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.